Hi, and welcome to Camille's Country Corner. I am Camille, and on today's episode we will be making two different recipes. We're going to be making some Philly cheesesteak sandwiches in the Instapot, and we're also going to be making sausages wrapped in dough, and we're going to bake those in the oven. All right, but first, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button and definitely hit the like, and let me show you what you're going to need for these recipes. For this recipe, I am using top round. You're going to need onion and pepper, garlic, mushrooms, Worcestershire. We're going to be using some beef broth. I'm going to be using the bouillon, some onion powder, Italian seasoning, cheese, and rolls. All right, let's get started with this recipe. All right, we are going to start with this pepper. This is a pepper from my garden. It's a very small one. I have turned my Instapot on saute, so we're going to saute these first, get them a little bit cooked. Now I'm just cutting these in some really thin strips. My onion is huge. This is only half of it. I'm going to just use a quarter of an onion, which still is pretty large. I got this at the farmer's market. All right, let me turn you around so you can see what I'm doing. All right, it's been a couple of minutes that these have been cooking. I am going to go ahead and saute the meat a little bit. I have a pound of top round steak. It is a tougher cut, but because we're throwing it in the Instapot, it should be fine. And I did cut these in really thin strips. I'm going to add some salt and pepper here. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of garlic. Heaping teaspoon. Going to add about a half a teaspoon of onion powder and about a teaspoon of Italian seasonings. Okay, we just want to brown this a little bit. Okay, at this point we're going to turn off our saute. I'm going to add a can of mushrooms because I don't have fresh today. It's a 6.5 ounce can. I am going to drain it because I'm going to be adding 2 cups of beef broth. Just going to add that directly in with our 2 cups of beef broth. We're going to put our top on. Make sure it's on sealing. We're going to push our manual button, and I'm going to take it all the way down to 8 minutes. Once the timer stops, we're going to let it go up to 15, and that way it'll be nice and moist. I had it set for 2 hours and 30 minutes, so it's taking a second. All right, we will see you back when it's done, and I'll show you how to put these together. In the meantime, we will get started on our next recipe. Also, don't forget to add your 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire sauce. And now we will put our top on, make sure that we are sealed. Push our manual and make sure it's on sealing. Let's go. For our next recipe, for our sausages wrapped in dough, I went ahead and preheated my oven to 375. You will need some biscuit dough, or you can use croissants. I have apple chicken sausages and some Parmesan cheese and 1 egg to make our egg wash. Let me show you how to put that together. All right, we're going to start with our biscuits. There is 8 biscuits, and I have 5 sausages. So I did not take out enough for each biscuit, but that's okay. We'll just make the extra biscuits. Everybody likes a biscuit. All right, let's go ahead and take these out. This is a super easy, simple recipe. So all I'm doing is I am going to roll these out. Let me grab my rolling pin. I have some parchment paper down here. Let me move this a little. Let me grab another piece of wax for this, just so I don't have to use any flour. I don't want to use any added flour to this. Let's go ahead and put these here. All right, so I probably rolled this out to about 6 inches wide. I'm going to go ahead and place the sausage right in the middle. I've already pulled out some cheese, so we're just going to sprinkle some cheese down. I got Parmesan. And we're just going to fold our dough over and roll up our sausage. That's it. It's just like an extra large pig in a blanket. So we're going to go ahead and roll up the rest of these, and I will show you what they look like when they come out of the or once I get them all rolled up. All right, now that we've got them all rolled out, like I said, I only did 5, but you can definitely do a lot more. But we're having both this steak sandwiches and the wrapped sausages. So what I have here is some egg wash. That's just 1 egg, and I put 1 splash of water in here. So I'm going to go ahead and brush the outsides of our sausages. And I think I told you what kind I'm using. I'm using the apple and chicken sausages. I got them from one of the either Sam's Club or Costco. I think it was Costco. All right, I want this to brown on all sides, so I am going to flip them. If it doesn't seal, just put some egg wash in there. It will seal. You can top this with some sesame seeds or poppy seeds. I'm just going to go ahead and leave these plain. All right, I have my oven preheating at 375. We're going to go ahead and throw these in, and they should take about maybe 25 to 30 minutes. I'll bring you back as soon as they are ready. Okay, we're going to prepare our hoagie rolls. I'm just going to cut them, not all the way through, just enough to open them up. You can put some melted butter on here if you'd like. I'm not going to do that today. I've got some pepper jack cheese. I've got some Swiss and Italian style. I'm going to be using a combination of cheeses today. I usually like to have provolone, and that's why I'm going to be adding the Italian blended cheese, just that kind. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle this all over because who doesn't like cheese on your Philly cheesesteaks? All right, I'm going to pop this in the oven. We already have it at 375 with our wrapped sausages, and I'm going to go ahead and put this in here for about 5 minutes, just long enough for it to toast a little bit and the cheese to melt. Okay, now that it's done, what I'm going to do is we're going to vent it just to make sure. We went ahead and hit the off button. I'm going to open up our Instapot. Throw this in the sink. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start arranging my sandwich. Get a little bit of everything on here. I absolutely love mushrooms. So let's get a lot of that. And then we want to make sure we get some of that au jus. Now you can cook this down, make it more concentrated, but I'm not going to do that. We'll eat it as is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just line my sandwich. I could have dipped it in, but I wanted my bread to be crispy on the outside, and I wanted my cheese to be melted. All right, let's go ahead and show you what they both look like when they're put together. Okay, this is what it looks like when it's done and all put together. Okay, let's go ahead and give these a try. Here's the sausage. It's really good. You can really taste that Parmesan cheese. You can also I do have some different mustards out and some ranch. You can always dip them. And if you want to serve these as appetizers, you just cut them down. Or you can cut them down before you cook them and have them completely wrapped in the dough. Like I said, I just used biscuit dough today. And then the Philly cheesesteak. I didn't fill mine real full. Oh, it has so much flavor. It is really, really good. All right, I hope you will follow me for more recipes. Today was semi from scratch. I didn't make the hoagie rolls myself, and I didn't make the biscuit dough. So some of the stuff was scratch cooking. Some of it was semi homemade. But at least it's not takeout. All right, guys, if you liked today's episode, please don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for coming by today.